Friends, just imagine. The entire world has been destroyed due to a nuclear disaster, and not a single human is left alive. But somehow, one boy and 6 girls have survived in Ireland, and the responsibility of propagating humanity now rests on the shoulders of this one boy and those 6 girls. In today's movie, After the Dark, we will see just that. At the start of the movie, we see James and Petra. Petra, while leaving for her class, tells James not to fall asleep again, otherwise he will be late, and then she leaves. Perhaps because James was tired, he falls asleep, and when he wakes up, he sees that he is late for class. He runs and reaches the class, arriving at the very last moment. A philosophy class was going on for all of them. Their professor was Zimmet. It was the last class for all the students this year. Zimmet says that the time for a practical check of everything they were taught this year has come. He says they will all do an exercise to determine what they have learned from their studies. The students suggest different situations. For example, imagine 5 people are tied to one railway track, and one person is tied to another. Then it's better to divert the train towards the one person, because it's better for one person to die than 5. Another says the situation could also be that a very fat man is standing in front of the train track, and if you push him onto the track, the train will be derailed, saving all 5 people. One girl suggests a situation where she is falling from a building, and to save herself, she contacted 3 friends. They don't save her, because if they try, they might also fall from the building. And just as the girl falls down from the building, she wakes up and realizes that she can never trust these 3 friends. The other students suggest similar kinds of situations. But James wants to discuss a completely different situation. He says an apocalypse has come upon the earth with nuclear bombs falling everywhere. There's only one bunker to save themselves, where they must spend 1 year. The motive is not just to survive, but to propagate the human race with the surviving people after 1 year. But the bunker's capacity is only for 10 people, and the problem is there are 21 people. Obviously, 11 people can fit in the bunker, but due to limited rations and oxygen, for only 1 year. Some people will have to sacrifice themselves. This entire exercise will happen within an imagination. They will all be in the classroom, but the scenes will play out in their minds. They will be discussing this exercise, but in the movie, these scenes are shown as if they are real, though they are only their imagination. Now we know there are only 21 people, but only 10 can stay in the bunker. Who will stay in the bunker, and who will have to sacrifice themselves? Zimmet says they will decide that by drawing profession cards on which a profession is written. The person whose profession will benefit them in the future will be allowed to stay in the bunker, and the others will stay outside. For example, James is a farmer who, after the apocalypse, will use his farming skills to increase food supply. Petra is an engineer, which will also be very useful in the future, so it's essential for her to survive. One boy is an electrician, so he can help with electrical faults inside the bunker. But those who are fashion designers or real estate agents or belong to a profession that isn't very useful will be given less priority for entering the bunker. One girl's profession is a poet, so Zimmet immediately shoots and kills her. He says she won't come with them into the bunker, and since she will die a painful death from nuclear radiation outside anyway, it's better to release her now. Friends, let me tell you again, all of this is not happening in reality. It's just a classroom discussion, scenes of which are being shown over time. Now everyone votes on who is eligible to live based on their profession and who is not. Georgina is a doctor, so everyone votes for her. Chips, a boy who is a carpenter, is eligible to enter the bunker. Finally, because Zimmet has a wild card, everyone votes in his favor, thinking he might have some secret information those 10 people might need. Now we have all the people who will stay in the bunker until the next year, and those who will remain outside and be killed by the nuclear bombs. James says that before going into the bunker, they should spend some time alone with their loved ones. He was spending time with Petra when they heard a gunshot. They see that Zimmet had shot and killed all the people who were supposed to stay outside. The remaining people panic and reach inside the bunker, locking the door before Zimmet can enter, because Zimmet had now become a danger to them. Now these people spend a lot of time inside the bunker. One day, Petra goes out to check and finds that Zimmet had been burnt due to nuclear radiation. He tells her that only he knows the bunker's exit code, and then he dies right there. When the others find out, one of them is about to open the door, but the others stop her, saying that opening the door will kill everyone due to radiation. They all think that maybe Zimmet was lying, so they don't open the door. After this, we see the days pass by, months go by, and Zimmet's body decomposes over time. Finally, when a full year is completed, the Earth had recovered itself. But when these people try to get out of the bunker, it asks for a password, meaning Zimmet was telling the truth. Now these people are trapped inside, but they don't give up and try to break the door in different ways. They shoot at it, hit it with a rod, but the door doesn't open. A few days later, some people lose their lives, and the survivors die due to lack of oxygen. Then we return to the classroom scene. Zimmet explains why this happened, because only he had the exit code. He reveals his profession was in construction, and he was the one who built the bunker, which is why he knew the exact code. He says they will do this again. Everything will remain the same, no changes, but the card you have now has something else specific written on it, which will decide for the next round who will go into the bunker and who will stay outside. For example, James's card says he is a farmer, but also that he is gay. But because he is a farmer, he is eligible to go inside the bunker. However, Georgina's card says that after some time, she will suffer from a virus, because of which she won't survive long, so no one votes for her. An opera singer and some artist-type people also get no votes. Similarly, some people who were inside the bunker last time will now stay outside. We go back into the simulation. Zimmet once again cleverly takes the gun and keeps it with himself, and again shoots Petra. The people get divided into two groups, those who will go inside the bunker and those who will stay outside. Georgina asks Zimmet for the key and tries to escape with the others, but they all are killed in a nuclear explosion. Zimmet and the rest enter the bunker. Petra sees at night that James is not in his bed. When she goes looking for him, she sees James being intimate with a boy named Jack, because he was gay. Petra gets angry and tells everyone about this. Zimmet says that all of them must now choose partners so they can produce children and propagate the human species. Everyone agrees. All the girls choose their partners, but Petra remains alone, so she is asked to partner with Zimmet. Petra also agrees and goes with Zimmet. James gets shocked and tries to stop her, but he himself had been intimate with someone else. Many days pass like this, where everyone is intimate with their partners. But when no one gets pregnant, Zimmet makes a point that upsets and troubles everyone. He says that now every girl will be intimate with every boy, so that someone gets pregnant. He says the human species is their priority. Everyone is troubled by this, because they have developed feelings for their partners and don't want them to be intimate with others. Bonnie, who is a soldier in the simulation and has a sharp memory, tells Zimmet that she will not be intimate with anyone else, and if he tries to force her, she will kill him. Zimmet takes this as an ego issue and takes out his gun, forcing everyone out of the room. He points the gun at Bonnie. But Jack, who was hiding inside, fights Zimmet, and in this struggle, he injures Zimmet. Afterwards, Jack goes and stands outside the door. He sees that grass was growing outside the bunker. The explosions and radiation were gone. He enters the password and opens the door, causing a sudden explosion, and all those people die right there. And we return to the classroom. All the students were tired because they couldn't complete this exercise successfully. Chip says they should try again. They can do better. Then James asks Zimmet why, when he gave out the cards the first time, he had cheated. James felt something was wrong, so he checks the card box and finds out that Zimmet had tricked him and deliberately made him pick the card for farmer and gay. Zimmet doesn't like James and wanted to prove that he is a fool with no understanding. James tells everyone the truth about Zimmet, saying he cheated, so he wants to do another round, but the other students refuse. Petra is the most intelligent student in the class. She says she wants to be in charge this time and decide who will stay inside the bunker and who will stay outside. All the students trust her, so they agree. We go back into the simulation. This time, everyone was in Ireland, where a nuclear attack was about to happen. Zimmet once again hides the gun. We see Petra goes to Zimmet and hits him. This time, Petra sends the poet, the opera singer, the card-playing boy, all those people who have no technical skills inside the bunker. Zimmet tells her her decision is wrong. For example, she should have kept the fashion designer inside, because a fashion designer understands clothes, and wearing the right clothes boosts self-esteem, which has an impact on civilization. She made a group of 10 such people, which included James, but not Zimmet. Petra kept herself outside the bunker as well. Zimmet wants to go inside the bunker, so he gets agitated and is about to take out his gun, but Petra had stolen it from him after hitting him. He was about to take the gun from Petra and shoot James, when James gives him a bigger gun and tells him to leave. Zimmet says they will need the password, which only he knows. But Bonnie says she knows the password because last time, when Zimmet entered the password, she saw it. And due to her sharp memory, she remembered it. Hearing this, Zimmet leaves. After this, James asks Petra to come inside the bunker, but Petra refuses and says there is an island not far from here, and they will all go there by boat. But Chips calls Petra to him under the pretext of giving her the boat's key, and he pushes her inside the bunker, sacrificing himself to stay outside. Meanwhile, these people survive on the boat. Petra and all the others this time spend a great time inside because this time everyone there was an artist. They play music, the poet recites his poetry. They were all very happy. The days pass like this, and a full year is completed. But when they come out, they see everything was the same. The bomb had not fallen on their Ireland. Zimmet says they will still die soon because they have no technical skills to build anything to escape, nor will they be able to survive on the island for long. But Petra thinks differently. She says, I didn't decide with logic, but with my heart, thinking that whatever time we are alive, we should live happily. We will accept death happily as well. Inside the simulation, we see a bomb falls near them. James is about to accept death and press the bomb's button when Zimmet arrives with a gun. His hair had grown very long, and he was still alive with only one bullet left, which he was about to use on James. All the people move in front of James to save him and press the bomb button, causing an explosion there. Meanwhile, Chips, narrating his side of the situation, says that they had reached another island by boat. After that, the surviving boys died one way or another, and he was the only boy left with 7 girls. He had the opportunity to be intimate with each of them, 1 per day, and he would be intimate with a different girl each day and rest on the 7th day. This is how he passed his time. Hearing this, everyone starts laughing. The class was now over, and Zimmet's speech had also ended. Everyone submits their notebooks and leaves. But wait, the twist is still left. We see that after everyone leaves, Petra comes to Zimmet. And here we find out that Petra had been having an affair with Zimmet, which is why Zimmet was jealous of James, because Petra loved James. Petra kisses him one last time and leaves. We see Zimmet comes to his room where a gun was kept. We hear a gunshot. In the end, this was also just another imaginary situation envisioned by Zimmet, and he had seen a few such situations, after which this mind-bending movie ends. Please comment and tell me how you liked the movie. And to see such excellent explanations, be sure to subscribe.